Kevin, obviously Grant gets hurt on the very first play of the game, and you have to put in a new quarterback who's never played before. What kind of an effect did that have on your offense?
Well, he had earned that right to be the backup during practice, right? Since we started in the fall. So it obviously it had an effect, but how he had practiced and you could see some things that he did to move the football and when he first came into the game. So there's always an effect on that with a guy who hasn't played.
Sure. How different is this situation versus last year's game against UCLA? I assume you knew going into that one that Grant would be starting and probably got the first team reps all week versus this situation where, the starter's getting the reps and then the backup has to go in. What's the difference between those two?
Well, there's a big difference. You just said it. The majority of the reps always go to the starter. When that happens that early in the game, whoever that next guy is going to have to play, the majority, the whole game in this situation, just about. So, there's always a learning curve there. There's always a reps situation, but I think with any situation like that anywhere in the country, the starter gets the majority of the reps during the week. And then, you do get a little handcuffed with a guy who is not getting that much combined with, really his first real action.
Sure. And what was Grant's injury?
It was a shoulder.
Is it something that you think could keep him out next week or beyond?
Right now, I couldn't tell you, Mike. I think we'll get back and, just talking with our crew, our medical team, we'll assess that tomorrow.
Thank you.
And throughout the week.
Was there any hope or chance to get him back into the game, or when did you find out that he was officially out for the rest of the game?
Right away.
Okay. And, the defense stepped up in the second half and had some stops. What did you like about, the way they were able to respond after halftime? And can you point to maybe some moments in the second half that was really detrimental for you guys?
Well, I think, the big one of the big moments was when we went forward on fourth down, didn't get it in the first half, right, which was a big swing because they scored. But then to come back in the second half and, our defense got some stops. We had some long fields, but, we made yardage, and even the last play, the field goal, we dropped the snap, and it makes it a one-score game, right, at 2013. So there are a lot of pivotal moments, but right now, off the top of the head, those two were really big.
Next question, Alec White.
Hey, Coach. Will had some ability with his legs to pick up first downs, run for it. If he's going to be starting and playing going forward, is utilizing him in the run game something you want to continue using going forward?
Well, I think, their defense had a lot to do with that. They were pressuring him from, a lot of off the edge pressure or corner blitzes, some internal pressure. And, obviously his mobility helps him in those situations to escape. And he utilized that. So, that's something that we'll look at.
Next question, Michael Lev.
You referenced that fourth down in the first half that came after. Looked like Brian Castile had a first down, but then he didn't. That was one of two plays that maybe could have gone to replay. The other one being that fumble. By Brown. Did you consider challenging either one of those two plays?
The first down, no, because I think we went backwards, right? And he was still alive trying to make moves. The fumble was under consideration.
And did you not get the challenge in because they snapped the ball too fast, or?
Yeah, pretty much. But, right there from where we were, we were holding it as quickly as we can. So, it just didn't get it. We didn't get it done. Didn't get it challenged.
Sure. What sort of psychological effect does it have when when you can't make the field goal in that situation?
What, the one at the end?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it was another big play in the game because, you make the field goal and it's a one-score game, right? With time left to have a chance to tie or win. So, psychologically that's difficult, but that's part of the game. I mean, this game, you gotta fight through that, but it was a pivotal point of the game.
Sure. I have a couple more. Tyson Gardner started at left tackle over Jordan Morgan. Was that a performance thing or an injury thing or other?
He was just Jordan has been struggling the last couple of weeks with an injury. So it wasn't a performance thing. That was Tyson. As you saw last week, he came into the game because Jordan's has had a nagging injury for the last couple of weeks, and it just wasn't getting any better.
And then Anthony Pandy seemed really frustrated when we talked to him. I'm sure that's the way that a lot of the guys feel. I'm sure after a while you sort of run out of things to say in the post-game address when it's sort of one loss after another. But what is the overall message to the players after?
Everybody in that locker room is frustrated, right? And but the overall message is we got to come back and we got to go to work, and you got to believe and trust in yourself and trust in each other. And the only way to climb out of this thing is to get to work and keep working. And there's some things tonight that there's some people that particularly defensively that at times did some good things, but we got to find some consistency and and continue to work and believe and trust each other and trust ourselves. And that belief you can't waver there. And so that's your work ethic that starts on Monday, and that belief, right, it has got to continue. And that's the only way you can climb out of something like this.